Hey, good evening. Wanted to share the video from tonight. This was a 17-minute session at Home Depot where King got to see a lot of different people and a lot of different situations. As I shared with you on the phone call tonight, I think it's important just to make sure that we have the right tools, and so we're communicating with King the right way. He does a really good job with leadership. He had zero outbursts tonight at Home Depot with anybody as we walked by. You'll see us walking by a lot of different people. One of the things we did, as you'll see, is we do a lot of barrier training. So as we come down to the end of an aisle or the doorway, we make them focus on us. Here you see him just kind of give this woman a look, and we just kind of continue. The other thing that we did a lot of tonight was just environmental confidence, just getting him to walk on different things, do different things, as you see here on this forklift. This just creates confidence in him, environmental confidence, and also leadership confidence in him following the leader. So the other thing I want you to look for throughout the video, and I hope you watch this several times, is watch his body language and specifically watch his tail. You'll notice his tail shifts between being confident and out and scared or timid and tucked between his legs. So here we are doing some leash skills. So recommend you do this every time you put a leash on him. Just do some figure eights where he learns how to follow you. Again, this was a 17-minute video. I'm condensing it down to 5. There was a lot of this type of exercise up and down the aisles throughout Home Depot. So he does a really good job of following this, and all we're trying to do is just teach him leash pressure. When I turn away from him, he needs to follow me. When I turn into him, he needs to also, respect those boundaries. We teach basic positioning on the left, so the dog always learns to walk on your left. So 99% of a dog's communication is going to be nonverbal. And so it doesn't matter what you say or anything like that, it's really consistency. So even with my dogs, if I put them on my right side, they don't know what to do. So put them on the left side, they know exactly what to do. Here's some more environmental stimulation where we're just pressure testing him and luring him up with the food. We used food a lot today. I call it the hand of God. Punishments and rewards should be the hand of God, meaning their behavior created the reward. So you'll notice, when you watch this several times, when we were walking down different aisles and stuff, I was just tossing food on the floor. He tends to not want to eat food out of your hand. But when you throw food on the floor and it bounces off the floor, it creates a little bit of prey drive in a dog, and they want to chase it and grab it. And so that's kind of what we did with King tonight. Early in the visit, he really was refusing to want to take food from my hand, but if I threw it on the floor, he did it. And it also just creates an association with walking through a strange space, with them looking for that food coming from, again, what I call the hand of God. So ideally, what they're doing is they're not associating the food coming from me. They're associating their food with their environment, or they're associating the food coming from as a result of their behavior. So once again, he did a great job on these carts. He's just jumping up, and it's making a lot of noise, and it's moving at the same time. So this is very challenging for a lot of dogs. And what this tells me is he's got some confidence inside him, and we just got to pull it out. So this is really good. This is akin to an athlete trying new things and having success. So he did, like I said, a really, really good job here. We're just throwing some food on the cart and, creating that prey drive, if you would, of the food bouncing around a little bit, and he wants to get it and hunt it and grab it. So finally, what we do at the end of every Home Depot is we just do some zigzags through the end caps at the front of the store. You'll notice there's a lot of people around. We even get tight and in some close proximity of people, and he does a really good job. I am using some food on the ground throughout the zigzag just to kind of get him to focus on the ground and not the people. But again, we had zero issues with him walking through any of this tonight. So he did a really, really, really good job. I was really, really impressed based on what I'd seen from him in the home visit and how the drop-off went this morning. He even got to introduce himself. This is a woman that I see often when I'm at Home Depot, and so she knows the dogs, and I did give her a little bit of a warning that King might be a little bit skittish. And you can see, again, his tail kind of goes between being confident and being scared. We just really worked with him. She experienced the same thing. He wouldn't really take the treats from her hand, but if we put it down on the ground, he would grab it. So, but overall, really good experience for him and for her, and he just did a really good job. So I'm extremely proud of him, and again, just kind of leaning towards giving him the right leadership and the right tools and the right communication. This dog can really do anything. So really good work tonight. He came home. We did some kennel games. He got up and in the kennel. You'll see here, he actually jumps right up, and it was just his unathleticism that kind of prevented him from jumping into the kennel, but he got right in.